Good afternoon. My name is Irene and this is my partner Khadia, and we are from Carbondale Community High School.
Recently, there has been an all-time high with the use of social media amongst the younger generation since technology is being updated constantly to fit the consumer's profile. Technology is constantly evolving, and in order for tech companies to appeal to the consumers, they obviously need input and data from the users to match their standards.
There are the benefits of collecting data from the consumer. The company is able to understand the market and tailor to the consumer's needs in creative ways.
But there are also some ethical issues.
Tech companies and social media brands have been very observant of what their consumers' next moves are, and sometimes they can get a little too personal. Antitrust laws have been put into place to protect consumers and the market from becoming monopolized by large companies.
But even with the antitrust laws put in place protecting the consumer and the market, have the social media companies become too intrusive? Do they fall under antitrust considerations?
It's no secret that Facebook, with 2.7 billion active monthly users, exploits their users by collecting data and harvesting personal information through profiles.
Since the platform is free to users, they generate the majority of their capital through ad revenue. Through tracking cookies such as likes, advertising companies are able to track user behavior. Since Facebook is so willing to divulge this data, they make it difficult for other platforms to cut through their market power.
The catch is that Facebook is incompatible with other platforms and permanently saves user data in their system. So if the user leaves Facebook, their photos, memories, and messages stay with them. According to the Clayton Antitrust Act, this is not ethical. Passed in 1914 to broaden and clarify the language of the Sherman Act, the Clayton Act includes regulation of mergers and assets that may lead to monopolies. Facebook is a horizontal merger, which is a combination of direct competition. This causes Facebook to control the market and raise their prices due to a lack of other options.
The Federal Trade Commission is now pending a lawsuit against Facebook for acquiring WhatsApp and Instagram to fend off competition. According to the House Antitrust Subcommittee, Facebook is able to maintain its position in social networking by copying or killing its competition. CEO Mark Zuckerberg defended his position, stating, "Every piece of content that you share on Facebook, you own, and you have complete control over who sees it and how you share it, and you can remove it at any time."
In 2012, a Facebook data scientist ran an experiment on users to see if the content on their news feeds could cause a shift in their emotions. The study was also used to collect data on if posts with emotional content kept users more engaged. The stakeholders affected were more than 600,000 unknowing users. And to mitigate the situation and avoid a lawsuit from the FTC, Facebook must make viable solutions to the problem.
In order to not become a monopoly, they need to decrease purchasing out their competitors and instead need to find innovative ways to increase revenue internally. An example of this would be for the company to create more of their own platforms as they did with Messenger. A method would be to revise the public data policy by using clear and concise language easy for all users to understand, including transparency in the registration process of the interface. We are also proposing every time an individual's data is being given to a third party, that the user will be notified similar to the accept or do not accept checkpoint used before third-party apps are able to gain profile information. In addition to this, they should add an optional section to the platform where users can choose their interests for ad curation, and in turn, Facebook would not give individuals data to anyone outside of who they accepted. Thus, the user will be responsible for knowing exactly what the data policy entails.
And by the same token, the search engine Google has also been under suspicion for monopolizing the social media industry and the internet, according to Jonathan Taplin, who is a tech director at the University of Southern California. The search engine had been displaying its own recommendations rather than neutral third parties such as Yelp.
They have slipped through the cracks of government scrutiny by claiming that users are the product of their service and advertisers are the real customers. The U.S. Justice Department has a new antitrust lawsuit out for Google, arguing that the search engine hurts both users and advertisers, claiming that this is the unchallenged gateway to the internet for billions of users worldwide.
Though Google is displaying its own recommendations, there are also currently no main ethical violations. It's also suggested that Google tighten up their data policy and present it in an effective way to reach the everyday user that includes disclaimers regarding preferential treatment.
Overall, it must be said that both companies have work to do in terms of being transparent to users, avoiding lawsuits, and in building up their corporations without dominating the market. We believe these solutions will benefit all stakeholders involved. Thank you.